Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Money on Purpose. My name is Stephanie, and today I would like to talk with you about credit card interest, how it's calculated, and how it's applied. Now, knowing this can help you a lot in being able to make informed decisions on how you want to deal with your credit cards. It's not as bad as we're taught it is, but let's get to it. So, our main question, how is credit card interest applied? Now, some of the things you need to know what they mean are: what is the average daily balance? What is the daily periodic rate? Also, we need to know how the daily interest is figured, as well as then how that is applied towards the monthly interest that you're billed and you have to pay. So, to get started, so now how average daily balance is done. You also see it ADB, average daily balance, or there's another term that I see sometimes, but anyway, it's the same thing. So now it is the sum of all daily balances in dollars, and they divide that by the number of days in that statement period or billing period. It's usually 25 days, and it's kind of tricky, so keep in mind it's 25 days, not 30, because 30 is usually when your bill is due. Now, you got to read your fine print, because some of them say that your grace period extends to that due date, and some of them do not, so you need to read that. But anyway, the daily periodic rate is figured by taking your yearly APR, which is what your credit card is advertised as, and divide that by 365, so 365 days in a year, and that gives you a rate or a percentage. Yeah. So we got that. So we've got average daily balance and daily periodic rate. Okay. So I'm trying this out to see. Can you even read that? Oh, awesome. Okay. So your daily interest is the average daily balance times the daily periodic rate. And then from that, they'll calculate out the monthly interest. So that's what you actually end up paying that month. So they take the daily interest, so the daily periodic rate, times the number of days in that billing period, so 25. All right, let me try to come up with an example. Hold on just a second. Okay, so I figured up some numbers here. So I'm assuming an APR of 30%. All right, let's say, and we're starting a new billing period. Day one, we're starting with $50. Let's pretend you're following velocity banking, and on the first day or maybe the last day of the last month, whatever, follow along. You put your whole paycheck in there, and so then your balance that day is $50 after you put your check in. Okay? Now let's say you start living your life and you're extremely frugal, and somehow you manage to just put $1,000 on there the second day, and that $1,000 is what your ongoing balance is until the 15th. Okay, so that's 14 days. All right, so technically you put $950 on there since you started with 50, but that's not really the point. So your balance for these 14 days is now $1,000. And then the last 10 days, your balance ends up being $1,500. Okay? So what you do is, just a second. Okay. So then, knowing these numbers, what you need to do is account for all of the days in your little formula. So one day was $50. Okay, so 50 times 1. And then the next 14 days was 1,000. Okay, plus the last 10 days was 1,500. Okay, so I did the calculation for that, and so 50 times 1 was 50. 1,000 times 14 is 14,000, and then 1,500 times 10 was 15,000. You tracking? All right, so I divided all of this by 25 days in the billing period, and I got an average daily balance of $1,162. See how I got that? Okay, so that's the average of the daily balance for that pay period or billing period. Okay, so the next thing we have to figure out is the daily periodic rate. So this will be a percentage, and so DPR is what you'll see it as. Okay, so you take your APR, so your annual percentage rate, divided by 365 for the days in the year. Okay, so, and I was doing this example on 30%. So I took 30 and I divided that by 365. Okay, and I got a 0.082 and some more decimals percent. All right, so you take that and you take your, let's go ahead and I'm going to erase this. Feels like magic every time. All right, so you take that and you take your daily interest, sorry, I'm not going to make that face again. Let's see. All right. Daily interest. I'm just going to fast forward. Okay, so now to find the daily interest, we need to take the ADB, or the average daily balance, and multiply that by the daily periodic rate that we found just a minute ago. So now remember the average, and I put, average daily balance, it should be a dollar amount, and the daily periodic rate should be a percentage. Now, we're getting closer. The monthly interest charge will be the daily interest that we figured out up here, that was the answer to this, times the number of days in the billing period, so 25. All right, so I'm going to apply this to my example now. Okay, so daily interest. All right, so the daily, we take the average daily balance times the daily periodic rate, which is 0.082%. Okay, so I turn this into a decimal for, it's easier for me in my brain to just put the decimal in the calculator, but if you want to do 0.082%, make sure you put the percent in there, you'll get the same answer. So $1,162 times 0.00082 is approximately 95 cents per day. So to figure out how much I would have to pay on my monthly bill in interest, it would be, monthly interest would be that 95 cents times the 25 days in the billing cycle. So the total for the month in interest would be $23.75. And again, this would be for an average daily balance calculated out to, $1,162 for an average daily. And that's on a 30% APR credit card. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you see anything I did wrong, please point that out as well. And I look forward to trying to break down more of this stuff. If you want me to do this again, maybe just explain it a little bit differently, I can try to do that as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And again, this was a breakdown of how credit card interest is calculated and applied to a monthly billing statement. That's the word I'm trying to come up with. So yeah, this is how you can try to figure out for yourself. And please do me a favor, clearly like and subscribe, and I will keep trying to put these out. The main focus of my channel is to show my own journey, my own struggles, my own attempt at this, and during the process, if I feel like I've got a good handle on things like this, I'll put these things out too. And again, my major inspiration is Christy Vann from Vanntastic Finances. I highly recommend you check her out. I also discovered another channel. She hasn't been active lately, but I believe her channel is called See How I Budget or Watch Me Budget. She has some great budgeting sheets that I absolutely love and I've started to use. And let's see. If you would like, I've put in the description some of the apps, some of the things, some of the stuff that I use and have used to try to help me save pennies and nickels here and there as much as I possibly can. If you'd like to use my links, I do get, a small chunk of points or whatever for the referral code. If you don't want to use my links, that's totally fine too. Just, try the apps and see what works for you and get those little bits and drabs where we can get them, right? So again, this is Money on Purpose, and I am Stephanie, and I'm thrilled that you're here. We can do this. Let's all do this together. Let's get out of debt. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's take care of each other, and have a great, great day.